Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole Lore and Friend, the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. Well, everyone's getting upset at Adam Sessler talking trash about my all-time favorite game, Baten Kaitos Origins, recently on Twitter. So I thought it would actually be interesting for me to go back and actually do a retrospective reaction video to the actual video. I haven't seen this. I have seen this before in like a long, long, long time ago, and as I recall, this review is actually pretty garbage. This is my all-time favorite JRPG, and it's one of those. This is one of those examples of just how game journalists, people like Adam Sessler, desperately did everything in their power to downplay games like this. I actually just saw a really interesting 4chan post describing this phenomenon. It never went away. These days, back in the day, they refer to these games as Japanese games and try to like paint this image of like Japanese games just being backwards and just ridiculous. These days, they refer to these kind of games as anime style games. So nothing's really changed. All that's really changed is the terminology. So that is something I really, really want you to keep in mind as we watch this. Let's see. Wait, is all my settings all right? I keep getting paranoid about that. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Gotta love that classic X-Men
We
logo.
all know who will replace us. India, that billion-strong faux-vegetarian tech support call-taking behemoth of a nation. Or the Chinese. But certainly not Japan, because while they may be technologically advanced and financially powerful, they're already in decline. You want proof? Here's Baten Kaitos Origins.
The empire of Japan is collapsing because they released a video game. I know they're being hyperbolic. This is X-Play's sense of humor, but what a ridiculous thing to say. Like, holy shit, that would not fly today. That is so absurdly ridiculous. Ugh, okay.
One of the few RPG refugees that made it to the GameCube's purple shores was Baten Kaitos' Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. Lucky for all 27 of you people who bought it, there's now a prequel, Baten Kaitos Origins. Origins dumps you right in the middle of the gameplay without
So, wait. So this guy is going to complain about the GameCube not getting a ton of JRPGs. The original Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings, came out in 2003. Since then we got like, Tales of Symphonia, Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. There are quite a few good RPGs on the GameCube. I feel like this complaint that the GameCube didn't have a lot of JRPGs is a holdover from the N64 days because it's really not true at all. There are a handful of games, including this one, that I would say are the best JRPGs ever.
preamble. This shouldn't be a problem, seeing as how it's nearly identical to its predecessor.
Wait, what? What? Wait, what did he say? Hang on.
GameCube's purple shores was Baten Kaitos' Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. Lucky for all 27 of you people who bought it, there's now a prequel, Baten Kaitos Origins.
Oh, by the way, this is a great moment to to acknowledge the fact that yes, these games, both games are getting re-released on Switch this summer. So go ahead and check those out, please. Baten Kaitos Origins is one of the best games ever made.
Origins dumps you right in the middle of the gameplay without preamble. This shouldn't be a problem, seeing as how it's nearly identical to its predecessor.
Wrong. The gameplay is different. Like, the combat has been completely changed up. You have 3 characters instead of 6. They all share a deck. Like, you having completely different mechanics. Like, even the art style is somewhat different. Like, the voice acting in Origins is way better. Like, the only reason you would say that Origins is unchanged from Eternal Wings is if you never actually played either of them. They're nothing alike, to the point where, like, there's actually a meme among fans that you either like one or hate the other. I myself do not care for Eternal Wings.
We'll all be killed if we don't do something.
So do something. I'll write the story. Let me guess. There's probably a young hero with some sort of memory problem who's fighting a vastly overwhelming Evo Fascio magical empire.
Sagi's not the one with the memory problem. Imagine, okay, for those of you who aren't aware, Baten Kaitos Origins is actually fairly famous among the JRPG community for actually having a very innovative, very subversive plot. One of my favorite JRPG plots ever, by the way. Incredible characters, some of the best plot twists ever, in particular, and just to suggest that this is some hackneyed rehash of like other JRPG franchises, it's ridiculous. It is, I think, I think it really sticks out in the genre as just being very unique and very distinctive. Anyone who's played this game will tell you that. And of course, he right from the get go, he gets a lot of things wrong. Sagi, he says he has a memory problem. That is not correct. Sagi, actually, well, the person who has the memory problem is you, the player character. Sagi is a spiritor whose gimmick in the world of Baten Kaitos means that he can talk to you, the player character. You yourself are a character in the game, and Sagi consults you for advice on what he should do next and things like that. So your character, who you name, is actually the one with the memory problem, and it's quite a bit different than you see from other JRPGs. It's nothing like the stereotypical JRPG plot.
So do something. All right, the story. Let me guess. There's probably a young hero with some sort of memory problem who's fighting a vastly overwhelming Evo Fascio magical empire.
It's too soon.
He's not really fighting against the Empire in a lot of ways because the Empire is depicted as being divided. The guy who sends you out on missions to uncover the antagonist, to deal with the antagonist's evil machinations. That guy is also an Imperial. They're actually running against each other for Emperor. They elect their emperors in in Baten Kaitos. It actually it's not like the cookie cutter thing he makes it out to be.
Soon to reveal my hand.
The bow you're wearing really takes the edge off the evil mastermind thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that, but yeah, that's also wrong. Evil mastermind. That's not exactly accurate.
Cliche burden boy of action who will save us all is named Sagi.
This is kind of overdue, but I'm Sagi.
Rhymes with Saki. Saki! Which I could use a lot of right now.
Sagi.
Saki! Baten Kaitos features voice acting aplenty of surprisingly good quality.
Show me your wings again.
All right, take a good look.
Does it count as sexual harassment if her wings were asking for it?
This had better not be another.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Talk about the game, Adam. We're halfway through this video and you haven't talked about the game itself at all.
Boy, to see my wings.
And apparently nothing says prequel like improved breath physics on the shopkeepers.
Sagi.
Sake! Origins uses the same painted background art style as the first Baten Kaitos. Many of the early attack cards use the same exact artwork. Yes, I said cards. Baten Kaitos still uses card battle combat. Every weapon, spell, sundry, ducat, novelty, or quest item is magically imbibed into cards called magnets. You can trap the essence of anything you want, like the local town gossip, and meet fit for an emperor.
Boys like you are so hard to find.
Oh no.
Feels like my days as a congressional page all over again. You can chain the cards together to add maximum damage, but like any card-oriented game, you're at the mercy of Lady Luck, that bitch. There are new tweaks to the card system, but the changes don't go deep enough to really make a difference.
Wrong. The system is completely different from the original. Like I already went into detail about this, but yeah, no. Adam is just an idiot. Gotta love how he's like mostly showing footage from the early game, by the way. Like it almost seems like he didn't get past the hometown. What is it called? Damn, it's been so long, I can't remember. But yeah, the latest thing you see is when you go home to the orphanage from this footage.
Saki! Will you shut up about Sagi?
Sagi.
Saki! 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 Baten Kaitos Origin is an RPG for the GameCube.
Origins, thank you.
That about says it all. A 3. Saki! 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 Out of 5.
You may have won the day, but I assure you, I'll be...
He didn't talk about the game at all. 3 out of 5 stars. Really? For one of the most impeccably well made, gorgeous, realized like JRPGs ever. Like this is a cult classic and he's giving it a 3 out of 5. Really? Just because it's an RPG on the GameCube. I really want you to like take that into consideration. How much he specified that point. RPG on the GameCube, a Nintendo console. It's actually XPlay that kind of exposed me to how this works, how game journalists will downplay Nintendo games just because they happen to be exclusive. This is a really good example of this. Baten Kaitos Origins really should have caught on, like, as being like an extraordinary JRPG on the GameCube, but no, it was just heavily downplayed by this doofus
be back to settle the score.
That was the score. Now show a little wig, baby.
I think your alcoholism is starting to get in the way of your game reviews.
I don't drink because I need to drink. I drink because I like the taste. Because life is painful.
Wow, unbelievable. This just unbelievable. What was that? What was that exactly? Let's look at the comment section here. This is what JRPG fans had to put up with if you liked anime or Japanese games in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You get made fun of, and people always made fun of this stuff. Nowadays, it's the coolest kids in school wearing anime shirts, listening to anime music, and playing Japanese games like Yakuza on PS4 and Persona. How times changed. Yeah, no matter what they did, they really couldn't downplay the rise of Japanese media. Reviews of this stellar caliber will be coming back. Oh joy, and they're gone. Can't believe this is how they used to review games. I don't know how anything he said in the entirety of this review informed that 3 out of 5. Adam Sessler was having a moment on Twitter, so I knew I had to check out this review, and yikes. This writing has aged like milk, even by 2006 standards. I'm also really glad we got over this weird late 2000s, early 2010 period where people randomly decided JRPGs were outdated and for losers. We're still doing that now. Square Enix themselves are saying that at this point. Yeah, this review has kind of bites. Sage. Saki. Oh, hang on now. I mean, XPlay always hated JRPGs, but even by their standards, this is a pretty bad review. Literally the worst review I've ever seen. Yeah, that was pure trash. Just pure unfathomable shit. Completely ridiculous. He said nothing about the game. He gave no justifications why it was like a 3 out of 5, other than the fact that it was a Japanese RPG on the GameCube. He didn't talk about the plot at all. Like, it just a bunch of stupid jokes that don't really make a whole lot of sense. Like talk about the wings, or like how people have wings in the setting, or talk about some of the unique aspects, like the good political drama, the best, and I think I've seen in any JRPG ever. I would argue. Talk about some of the insane plot twists, but no, I legit don't think they played more than a couple of hours going by this review. And yeah, Adam Sessler. I don't think you're still going to be alive 10 years from now, but on the case you are, but on the on the off chance you are, and you come back for like XPlay V3 or something, whatever, if they decide to reboot XPlay again, I hope that finally people tell you to cut your nonsense out, because this was straight up ridiculous. This was absurd. I am offended having watched this review. This review is like, what, over 15 years old? I'm still mad. Almost 20 years old. Yeah, 3 years from now, it's going to be 20 years old. I'm still mad. This is one of my all-time favorite games. I am telling everybody right now, go out and buy the re-release on Switch. This series is fantastic, and to see someone like Adam Sessler desperately try to downplay it and justify it even today is downright absurd.